Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Thanks all for being back on once again tonight on my stream. The Boston Celtics have been playing some excellent basketball recently. The defending champs, 41-16. They are on a roll. They have won 5 straight games in a row, 9-1 in their previous 10 coming into this one, and it's their first night out of a back-to-back. They're also taking on Detroit tomorrow, but tonight they're on the road taking on Toronto. The Raptors 18-39. This should be a take care of business type game tonight for the Celtics. And last time these two teams played against each other, it was actually Toronto who won that game 110-97. Just over a month ago, around 40 days ago, back on January 15th. But that was when the Celtics were in just a major slump for them. And they've come out of that slump, and they look really, really good right now. Jason Tatum is playing at an elite NBA MVP level since the All-Star break. Triple-double against Philadelphia on Thursday. He had a near triple-double. He was 1 assist shy of another triple-double against the Knicks on Sunday. And just big time for the Celtics team, playing just unselfish, excellent basketball collective as a unit. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here for this one tonight. Welcome back, everybody, once again here. What's good, Ward? Welcome in, man. Kansas City Chiefs fan from Australia on board. Welcome in from Australia out there. Appreciate it for joining my stream here. I got some international reach for this one. Anastasia, welcome back in. Arku, thanks for joining back in once again. Ward took Tatum for 19 in this game. I think he's going to go a little bit over that for Tatum tonight. They're missing a couple of key players. Tatum, I was looking at his numbers against Toronto. I'm not sure, honestly, if he can hit the over for his points total against this Raptors team. They're one of the toughest defenses at defending opposing power forwards, but he's going to pad up the stat sheet tonight. I like him on his rebounds. I like him on his assists for Jason Tatum. Those two, he's been really racking up the overs recently. So even though he hasn't done much scoring for Tatum, he had 25 in the last game, but it's not like crazy scoring, like 30, 35, 40 points. But his rebounding, his playmaking for sure has the playmaking big time has taken off in the last couple of games for him. Hey, what's good, Uncle Pizzle? Glad to have you back in, man. Yeah, things going pretty well, and he's getting ready for Cavs and Magic coming up in a little bit too. Got a lot of good games tonight going down. NBA college hoops is littered with a bunch of games. Cavs Magic tipping off in around 30 minutes past the start of this one, so 7:30. Bucks are at the Rockets, Suns at Grizzlies, Spurs against Pelicans, Hornets at Warriors, Mavs at Lakers. That is the matchup of the night there. That's the nightcap tonight. Luka for the Lakers now going up against his former team, Dallas. Long awaited for match there, a couple weeks in the making. Yes, I think Tatum could very well have a double-double before this is over. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. My apologies not being live past couple of games. I was really busy last week. Just a heads up for you guys, I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow. I got another game I'm doing for college basketball this upcoming Thursday for a game in person. It's a conference tournament game that I'm doing, so it's like a semifinal match. So whoever wins tonight's quarterfinals advances over to the semis on Thursday. So I have to get like a lot of the info for whoever that team is. Gonna try to get some of that tonight, but it's probably going to be mostly tomorrow for a lot of that stuff for me. So I'm not sure about tomorrow, but I'm hoping to for sure be live on Friday. Celtics take on Cavs, and that's a massive game on Friday night. So for this week, it's kind of lighter for me for my sports broadcasting stuff. I got Thursday Thursday semifinal women's basketball game, which the women's team that I announced, it's the one that won 116-57 on Saturday. That team is just insane. This year they got 7 seniors on the team, a couple of D1 players playing at D3. That transferred from former D1 programs. It's insane the numbers that they're putting up this year. That was a program record. They scored 116. And then the men's game, the last video I posted over the weekend, the men's game that backed that, just an insane finish. If you haven't checked it out so far, I posted a video to the men's college basketball game I announced on Saturday. And the other team that, not the team that they broadcast for at home, but their opponent pulled off a full court inbound to win the game with 2 seconds left. It was unbelievable. What's good, Jeff, Troy, welcome in. Yeah, I heard about that. Diana Taurasi retiring around like a couple hours ago before I started up this stream today. Gonna go over my top 5 picks of the night here before we get into this game. And this is what I got tonight here. I like the under in this game tonight. Previous 2 games in a row I've taken the under. It's kind of been odd in this series so far. Celtics smashed Toronto on New Year's Eve, 125-71. The first game, it was an overtime win by Boston, 126-123. But the second time around, it was the Raptors who get the best out of the Celtics, 110-97. Now, they got the Celtics at the worst time ever. The Celtics were playing their worst basketball in mid-January. Nobody could hit their shots as everybody was in a shooting slump together. That is not the case right now because they are just so dangerous when coming back from break. And that's why the Celtics, with an extended period of rest, they're going to win the championship once again because their best basketball is during extended period of breaks, like the start of the season when they started off 7-1, and then right now they're on a roll, 2-0, winning by double digits in the first 2 games back from the All-Star break. Derek White, he's averaging above 17 points per game. I saw his over-under player prop today at just 14.5. That's one I gotta take for sure. So I took that for Derek White. He has been smashing the overs lately for him. Last 11 out of 15 games scoring at least 15 points. This is not January where he was hitting his shooting slump and his over-under player props were at like 12.5, 13.5. It's at 14.5 right now. He's putting up 17 points per game for him. In his last 5 against Toronto, he has scored, well, he is averaging 16.6 points per game for Derek White in his previous 5. That only outlier was the last game. When I streamed that game back on January 15th, he actually got benched in like the first 5 minutes in place of Peyton Pritchard. Derek White was going through a horrific shooting slump, and that's when it turned the worst. And then Joe Mazzulla benched him like midway through the first quarter in that game. So he is nowhere remotely close to where he was back in January. Derek White is back to his usual form once again. So I really like him tonight to smash the over 14.5. Like him in the made threes at 2.5. That's a rare number. That should be 3.5 for Derek White, but a lot of sites still got him at 2.5. He ranks 12th in the league, averaging around 3.4 made threes. He had 5 threes against the Knicks on Sunday. He has gone over that 2.5 player prop for threes in 39 out of 54 games this season. So he's hit it 39 times. He's only missed it 15 times this season. Derek White over 4.5 rebounds and Jason Tatum over 8.5 rebounds. This is why both of these guys have been just a force on the glass so far. First 2 games out of the All-Star break, Derek White combining for 19 rebounds, 10 rebounds against Philly, 9 rebounds against the Knicks. Jason Tatum, big time in the glass, 21 combined rebounds in the first 2 games after the All-Star break, 11 against Philly, 10 against the Knicks, and I think both of those guys are going to have some big-time numbers tonight in this one as well on the glass. So that's what I got tonight in this one. Celtics, Raptors, under 226. Derek White, over 14.5 points. Derek White, I think he's going to have a huge game tonight, so I got him on 3 different player props. 2.5 made threes in the over, 4.5 rebounds in the over, and Jason Tatum over 8.5 rebounds. Hey, what's good, Vegas? Welcome back in, brother. Thanks for joining in, man. Gonna tip off here a couple minutes from now. If you guys are doing this stream, keep on smashing that thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's go, everybody, for this one tonight. And Celtics looking to see if they can take care of business tonight in this game. They get a couple key players out. No Drew Holiday tonight, so he is out. This is the first night out of a back-to-back. Al Horford not playing tonight either. Neither is Luke Cornett. Luke Cornett has been awesome for him. He's like one of the most underrated players in the league for Luke Cornett. He's been like, for like the last couple months, a positive plus for the Celtics. Like timely offensive rebound, timely lob, slam, dunk at the rim. He's done everything for Luke Cornett. He's been absolutely awesome. He's like top 5 in the league. He's right up there with Wemby, Jaren Jackson Jr. in interior defense from like 5 feet away, defending other players, limiting them in the shooting percentage column this year. So yeah, so they got 3 players out. They should have basically the majority for these guys back tomorrow, because that's like the bigger game. That's at Detroit. If you guys haven't been paying attention, the Pistons are up to the number 6 spot right now. That's a big game tomorrow. So that's their second night off of back-to-back, which the Celtics are playing really well on night 2 this season. And then they got Cleveland on Friday, so they got a gauntlet of a schedule. Then against Denver, they got as well. So it's a massive schedule they got, and they're playing really, really well right now. Yeah, so Kata's available tonight. Looks like Xavier Tillman is available. So popping up in the injury report, Celtics had 5 guys in the injury report. 3 of them listed out. Drew Holiday out due to rest. Al Horford listed out due to a left big toe sprain. Luke Cornett listed out. They put him as personal reasons tonight. That's basically because they got 2 games in a row, so had to list something there for Luke Cornett. Nebius Queta, he's available. Xavier Tillman available tonight. Yeah, Pistons have been just balling out recently. Yep, 7-game winning streak for the Pistons. Cavs, 7-game winning streak. Celtics, 5-game winning streak. Bucks, 4-game winning streak. And then you got the Sixers, 8-game losing streak for Philadelphia. Well, what a mess it is over at Philly. Yet they're still like 2.5 games out of the play-in right now. They were down by 50 last night at one point against Chicago. Last night they had some wild games that went down last night. Jokic had 19 assists last night. Oklahoma City, they were up by 25. They blew a 25-point lead and lost in overtime to Minnesota. Minnesota really needed that. They've been like up and down this year. Minnesota right now is number 7. So they're 7th in the West. So they're potentially looking at a play-in for a team that went to the conference finals last year for Minnesota. But yeah, it's basically, it's the Cavs and the Celtics right now in the runaway in the East. Like, that is what should be the Eastern Conference Finals, set in stone, unless the Bucks are able to work their way up, because the New York Knicks they just cannot beat this signature competition. Like, that's a major matchup issue for them, going up against the Celtics, going up against the Cavs. They just cannot compete against the league's top shooting teams. And they're really good offensively. They rank like they're like top 3 offensively, but defensively, they're at the bottom 10 in the league for the Knicks, and just a terrible matchup because the Celtics are 3-0 against them. Celtics keep on shredding them on perimeter shooting. A lot of good games in college as well tonight. I'll go over those throughout the course of the stream. Florida is at Georgia right now. Georgia's on the bubble, 12-3. Georgia leads Florida. Florida is a 1 seed right now in the projected bracket. Duke leads Miami, no shocker there, 10-2. Marquette, Providence. Marquette, actually Providence leading right now, 10-9 at Marquette. And then Baylor is another team. They're on the bubble for Baylor. They had a horrific loss last week to Colorado. And, yeah, you can't lose at Cincinnati. That's going to put you probably, like, very close to being, like, in the play-in if you're Baylor. Right now, Cincinnati leads that game early, 10-9. So, a lot of good games just started up over there. This one's about to start in just a moment as well. Hey, what's good, Ricardo? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. If you guys are doing a stream just about to tip off, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Here we go. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Jason Tatum, Torrey Craig getting a start tonight in the center position. That's what they have on the graphic. Torrey Craig will be starting tonight in the 5 spot for the Celtics. Emmanuel Quickley, Grady Dick, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Jonathan Mogbo, the starting 5 for Toronto. So, do they have the graphic wrong for the NBC Sports Boston crew? Is Porzingis, like, what happened there? Like, because the play-by-play announcer, when he tweeted out around 30 minutes ago, because I usually go by his starting lineups, he put Porzingis inside the starting 5, and then the graphic just showed Torrey Craig at the 5 spot tonight. So I don't know if that's a graphics blunder, but we're about to see right now as they get the camera roll on who's available on the floor. Celtics, white jerseys, green numbers, green letters. Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Luke Cornett. Those are the only guys that's listed out tonight. There's nothing about Porzingis. And Porzingis is available to play this game tonight. Interesting. I'm interested to see if Torrey Craig's going to be out there in the 5 spot to start off this game. Black jerseys, red numbers, red letters in the front of the uniform, white numbers on the back tonight for the Toronto Raptors. Celtics' best record in the NBA on the road, 23-6 this season, 41-16 overall, tracking down the Cavs, but they're still 6 games behind Cleveland. First in the league in made threes, averaging above 18 made threes per game. Also first in defensive rebounding percentage as well. Last 10 games, they ranked number 2 in opponents' points in the paint. That's been such a big key because they were bottom 5 for a little bit this season. When we were going into January, they really struggled in paint defense, but last 10 games, they have really turned it up. Yeah, Porzingis is not out there. Porzingis is going to be coming off the bench tonight in this game. Looks like there's no indication that he's out. Torrey Craig is about to jump this ball up at the 5 spot for the Celtics. So Torrey Craig gets to start the center position tonight. So Porzingis is not starting. I've yet to see a camera shot on Porzingis either. But nevertheless, here we go as we are underway and the Celtics control the opening tip. Derek White, left to right in the floor with the opening possession for Boston. White sends it over to Tatum at the right wing perimeter. Celtics going the whole headband lineup between White, Tatum, and Torrey Craig. And a jumper is good for 2 to start things off by Jaylen Brown. Able to knock down the 18-footer straight away to begin for JB. First possession now for Toronto. So they drop it down low to Scotty Barnes. Gets clobbered by Craig and fouled. And 2 free throws coming up here at the line quickly by Toronto with Scotty Barnes. Yeah, very interesting lineup that Joe Mazzulla decides to go to today. I'm going to see if there's any updates about that with Porzingis. Wow, Porzingis rolled out 10 minutes before tip-off. Yeah, same exact thing that happened against the Knicks. First free throw is good. That game against the Knicks, not the last one, but the previous one in like early February, Porzingis got rolled out like 5 minutes before tip-off. They just rolled him out. 5 minutes ago on the Celtics Twitter page. Kristaps Porzingis, illness, non-COVID, doubtful. So, yeah, it doesn't look like Porzingis is going to be playing tonight in this game. That's why they decided to start Torrey Craig at the center position. Derek White launches the 3 and he drills it. 5-2 for Boston, opening minute in action. Top of the key for Barnes. Slides it over to Grady Dick. Dick turns the corner, drives on Brown into the hands of Barrett. Barrett at the top of the key. Drives downhill, floats up the shot. Banks it up and in off the glass, and it's good. Jaylen Brown backs his way outside Hauser. Hauser drives downhill, floats up the shot, rattles in. Good for 2 by Sam Hauser. Efficient start here for Boston. This team's been like a machine coming back from the All-Star break. Emmanuel quickly running the point. Looking for somebody to get open. Finally decides to send it off to Grady Dick. 10 on the shot clock. Drives on Hauser. Floats up the shot over. Hauser got it. That's a tough shot right there off the runner. Contested too inside the key there, but Grady Dick able to knock it down. Jaylen Brown, step back 3 in the air at the left wing. Off the mark, no good. Dick comes out with a defensive rebound. Raptors push it. Grady Dick gonna do it all himself. Jacks up a 3, missed off the back room, no good. Hauser collects the defensive board. Tatum crosses midcourt, guarded by Barnes 101. Screen gets set by Craig. Tatum working on one defender. It's R.J. Barrett. Drives on Barrett inside the key. Tatum lowers the shoulder right to the rim. He scores up and it off the backboard. JT getting away with one there. Playing tough to begin right now for Tatum. And that's a strong drive and finish at the rim. Man, his game has completely just been taken to another level. You usually see Tatum like a month ago. He would jack up a contested three from the perimeter, but he just drove right on R.J. Barrett and scored right over him. Missed the corner three by Toronto. White, hand off to Brown. Brown slides it off to Tatum. Tatum edge of the midcourt logo, guarded by Grady Dick, 101 from the perimeter. Tatum gets it away off to Torrey Craig. Up fake. Craig drives, lost the handle as he slipped in the deck, turned it over. Barrett had it stripped by Tatum, lost it up ahead. Torrey Craig behind the defense, throws it down with a two-handed flush. I guess it was a blessing right there that Torrey Craig initially turned it over because Jason Tatum, right place, right time, pickpocketed it back off the steal as R.J. Barrett coughed it up moments later. Barrett gets the way off to Barnes. Dick bounce pass to the right wing. Quickly stumbles. Quickly needs somebody to get up. 2 in the shot clock off the Dick. Heaves up a prayer. Not even close. Didn't touch the rim. Brown soared up. Came up with the basketball. Celtics by 5. Craig. A transition 3. Off the back rim. No good. And the rebound controlled by R.J. Barrett. 8.5 left to go in the first right here. Down low behind the defense. That is Jonathan Mogbo, number 2. The big man for Toronto who throws it down. Yeah, so this game's in Toronto. Yeah, Torrey Craig, he hasn't played much this season, but he was like a 40% free throw shooter, or a 40% three-point shooter when they got him from Chicago. He only played in like 7 games this year for him. He was injured basically throughout most of the season. Tatum just knocked down a 3. That was butter from the perimeter as R.J. Barrett scores a quick layup. 24 combined points right now. Not a whole lot of defense to begin this game currently here. 7:52 left to go in the first quarter. Looks like Joe Mazzulla is going to burn a quick timeout. I have to say, props to the Celtics here for controlling this game, getting out to a great start so far because you got no big man. It's basically like you throw a dude on the fly to start off this game. Porzingis, doubtful. I don't think he's going to be playing tonight. Right now, Celtics Twitter page has him as doubtful due to an illness. So yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to play tonight for Porzingis. Everybody has scored though right now for Boston. 5 points by Tatum, 3 by White, 2 each by Craig, Hauser, and Jaylen Brown. R.J. Barrett's got 4, and then 2 each by Barnes, Dick, and Mogbo. Yeah, so right now, the first time out, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Got 50 plus watching right now. Glad to have you guys back in tonight. Yeah, I saw that early on. Wow. So yeah, when I first looked at that score, it's Georgia 13-2, and now it's 29-10. Duke's looking good up against Miami, 17-6. This is a game that Baylor has to have tonight. They had a terrible loss against Colorado last week, 19-14. Baylor right now is leading at Cincinnati. Yeah, this year the bubble looks extremely weak this season. Like, I was going through the bubble. North Carolina, for them to even be in consideration right now, it's crazy that they're even in consideration to be a tournament team for them. Ohio State, they're, like, projected as a 10 seed, even though they lost to Northwestern by 21. It's very weird. There's a bunch of teams that's on the bubble that have records of, like, 15-12, 17-11. I mean, usually those bubble teams have like 12 losses by Selection Sunday. Probably going to see like some teams get into the tournament that have like 15 losses this year. Jason Tatum, perfect to begin so far. 2 for 2. 5 by Tatum. Hey, what's good? The Niger player, welcome back in. Here we go, back from the timeout. Celtics by 4. Celtics with possession. 5 in the court look like this. Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, and Torrey Craig, who is playing the 5 spot, the center position, in place of Porzingis. Porzingis was rolled out due to illness 5 minutes before opening tip-off. Missed 3 from the corner by the Celtics here. Goes back to Toronto, top of the key with quickly drives, gets past Hauser with a left hand, scoop score, up and it off the backboard. 2-point game right now. Good start for Tatum. He sends it over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dribbles up, drives, Euro step over, Barrett off the back room, no good, tipped up, battle for the rebound, and gets taken away by Jonathan Mogbo for Toronto. Raptors have it, broken up pass, deflected by White, intercepted by Craig. White, push pass ahead off Tatum, outside, left wing 3 in the air. Derek White drills another 3. Second made 3 to game already for D. White. 6 points right now for White. He was the one that caused the turnover. Off the deflection, results in the 3 points off the steal. 12 straight games coming into this one that the Celtics have made 15 plus threes. Wide open jumper from the perimeter, rattled out, missed by Barrett, tipped up, offensive rebound controlled by Barnes, bumped into his Barrett, and he was fouled, charged to Hauser in the reach-in. Here we go. Now, yeah, there's a complete size difference. Kata's like 3 inches, 4 inches taller than Torrey Craig. You got a 6'7" guy playing the center position right now. Joe Mazzulla substitutes out Torrey Craig. Gonna go with much more size. Neemias Queta now in to the game. So now they have an actual center on the roster sheet that's playing the center position currently. Grady Dick drives out of White, stripped out to the corner. They have to heave up a prayer. No good. Went over the cylinder. That's a shot clock violation. Turnover charge to Toronto. Man, Derek White's defense is so key. Just lock down Grady Dick on that possession. He had a steal in the previous possession. Or he was the one that forced the deflection that resulted in the steal. And Derek White already, he's got 2 steals, credit to him so far this game. 6:08 left to go in the first. White, he's got 6. Hands it off to Tatum. Steps into a 3 with rhythm. No good off the mark. It's a good look right there by Tatum. He's gotten into rhythm a lot on those 3s. Just unable to send that one down. Quickly drives. Attacks on Hauser. Blocked by Hauser. White comes out with the basketball. Up the floor for Derek White. Bumped into a midcourt by Quickly. And Quickly picks up the reach and foul. Ooh, Derek White in a little bit of pain right now too. Looking like a stinger possibly to like the left shoulder as he came up with that loose ball. Let's see here in a replay. Yeah, oh yeah, he took a shot as he tried to gather himself with the left arm. Looks like a stinger though. Seems like he's okay. Derek White gets substituted out. Seems like he's in good spirits on the bench, so it doesn't seem like it's anything major. Peyton Pritchard, first time on the floor, replacing White right now. Brown drives, attacks, poked loose out of bounds. Last off Toronto. Yeah, now physicality starting to ramp up on the floor. Porzingis ain't playing tonight. He was a late scratch. 5 minutes before the start of this game, he was rolled out tonight due to an illness. Jumper, fall away, Brown no good. Tipped off the glass by Queta. Tipped in by Hauser. Second chance to keep it alive and cash it in there for Sam Hauser. 7-point lead for the Celtics. Bounce pass in the middle, intercepted by Jaylen Brown. Here they go up the floor. Jaylen drives, attack, shovel pass down low. Watch out for the big fella, and he shuts down the door with a 2-handed flush. Neemias Queta with authority, attacking the rack. Timeout by Toronto. Wow. What a play there. Jaylen Brown. Definition of unselfish basketball. A 1-on-2 on the fast break. Jaylen Brown sees that he's outnumbered, but he sees that he's going to trailer right behind him with Neemias Queta. So instead of trying to lay it up and in between 2 defenders, he shovels it to the guy who's trailing the play a couple feet back with Neemias Queta. Right down the lane, shovel pass to Queta. And downhill, he slammed it through. What a play right there to steal And then up the floor to assist by Brown to Keita the trailer with a dunk. 21-12 Celtics with 5:14 left to go in the first. Hey, what's good, Brandon? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, so Celtics play Detroit tomorrow. That should be a really good game. Nine and 1 in their previous 10. They've won now 5 in a row. Looking to make it 6 after this one. Detroit has won 7 straight. They get their work cut out for them coming up. Detroit tomorrow. That's at Detroit, night 2 of a back-to-back, and then they come back to Boston, hosting Cleveland on the Friday, and then hosting Denver on Sunday. A couple of games in between that's certainly winnable. Next week, March 5th against Portland, March 6th against Philly. Yeah, hopefully you're able to get refunded on that. That was a late scratch for Porzingis. So he was announced as a starter. So the Celtics, when they announced starters around like 6 p.m. today, like around an hour before tip-off, he was put on the list as a starter. And then, like legit 5 minutes before tip-off, the Celtics Twitter page posts that Porzingis is doubtful tonight due to an illness, and then he doesn't play. That's the second time it's happened in like the past couple of weeks. I remember that game a few weeks ago when they took on the Knicks, the Saturday night game for like early February, and he was out in that game. They announced him out like 5 minutes before tip. Keita is yet to play in the last 4 on a 9 for him. This is good that he's able to get some playing time tonight. Really, really good sign to see Keita here and make an impact early on. So 8 players they've gone with so far. 21-12 as we get back to action. Raptors with possession. RJ Barrett drives on Pritchard. Dish outside to the right wing. The 3 skids off the rim, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound off the miss by Jamal Shed. Jamal Shed, a rookie out of Houston. Houston Cougars, just a really, really good college basketball team year after year after year. As that 3 missed off the rim short. It was out of bounds off Tatum. Keita couldn't track it down. Ochai Agbaji. Over to Shed. Bounce pass at Agbaji. Downhill to the rim. Soars up and scores the right-hand layup. By a touchdown right now for the Celtics. They lead 21-14. Pritchard, Tatum, Keita, Brown, and Hauser. That's the 5 on the floor currently for the Celtics here. Tatum dribbles up at the mid-block. Tatum soars up to the rim. No good off the glass. Battle for the rebound picked up. And it's going to Toronto on the board. Attacking downhill, Shed swings it out. Barrett open 3 off the Beckham, no good. Pritchard secures the defensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard's been out hustling everybody lately on the floor for the smallest guy out there. Pritchard, guarded by Grady Dick. He was red hot in the first game back against Philly. Tatum has it at the top of the key. Tatum slides it off to Pritchard. A catch and fire 3. PP right down the middle, sinks it. 10-point lead for Boston. First made 3 tonight by Peyton Pritchard. 4 for 9 from the perimeter. Toronto 0 for 7. This is looking very similar to that game on New Year's Eve for them where they lost by 54. They could not hit a 3 to save their lives, but they're staying in this game because the Celtics have been struggling inside the paint with their interior defense without much rim protection in this game. Pritchard off to Tatum, far side of the floor for JT. Brings along the double team. That ball got deflected, intercepted by Shed. Shed up the floor, finds his teammate Agbaji, attacks the rack, blocked by Jaylen Brown. Celtics with it back here. Jalen up the floor. Spin cycle. Lost the handle. Loose ball. Hitting the deck. Grady Dick comes up with it. Far side of the court. So we get a comedy of plays here. Dick drives. Attacks the paint. Swings it out. Quarter 3. Agbaji. And before that will count, we have a foul charge to Hauser reaching in. And not going to count that 3. That was a wild play. Jordan Walsh at the scorer's table right now. Jordan Walsh about to suit up and get into this game. Yeah, so that was on the floor. Jordan Walsh, first time in the court tonight. And Toronto travels with it off the inbound. So turnover by Toronto, number 21. For the Raptors, that is Orlando Robinson. He used to play in the Heat. So Orlando Robinson, number 21. 3 minutes left to go in the first. Celtics with possession. Pritchard on the floor with Tatum, Akeda, Jordan Walsh, and Sam Hauser. Tatum, dribble, drive, attacks the paint, swung it to the wrong player, looked to kick it out to Hauser, top of the key. Barnes came out with a steal, though. Barnes altered at the rim, missed a shot over Walsh, corner three off the rim, no good, missed by Toronto. They had a good look there from the near side corner and able to send it down by Jacoby Walter, the rookie out of Baylor. Pritchard, right to the rim over Walter, scores, up and in off the glass for two. Peyton Pritchard looking for a big game tonight. And Toronto with a horrific inbound in their backcourt. Wow, Toronto just turned it over off the ensuing inbound. They just completely turned that one over. Nobody paying attention as the ball went out of bounds. Celtics get a gift here this possession. Kata has it at the elbow. Outside finds Pritchard. Pritchard, a couple buckets recently for him. PP at top of the key, working on a big with Orlando Robinson. Pritchard entry pass down low. Kata, no good. Came up with a basketball a second time with a hook inside, and he scores for two. 28-16, everything clicking right now for Boston. Defense starting to put themselves together in form. Barnes missing the three, skipped around the rim and out. This Raptors team cannot make a three at all. We got a rebound foul charged to Tatum on the glass. Hey, what's good, Jungle Pitbull? Welcome in, man. Thanks for joining in. We got 2:01 left to go in the first here. Left baseline dribble. Walter, runner, got it right over Walsh for the basket. That stops a lengthy scoring drought that the Raptors have had. The Raptors are just non-existent from three. 0 for 9 right now for the perimeter for them. They're shooting 8 for 20 from the floor. They are 8 for 11 from 2, but they're 0 for 9 from 3. Looks like they're going to send in Emmanuel quickly once again, so he'll replace Jamal Shed right now for Toronto. So they make that substitution. Tatum going to be the inbound passer to front court here. Sends it off to Pritchard. Pritchard working on Orlando Robinson. That's a mismatch on the big man. Step back three in the air over the big man. He's got it. Peyton Pritchard on a rainbow three, able to connect on it. 31-18, minute and a half left to go in the first. Celtics 50%, 5 for 10 from 3. Toronto, nada, nothing from the perimeter, 0 for 9. Turnaround jumper, tough shot by Barnes. He drills it, though, at the mid-block. I mean, those twos, that was at the edge of the key. These twos are keeping them at least hanging in right now. I mean, hanging in by the spread points for the total for the game, which the Celtics were favorites by 11.5. Pritchard comes off the Kata screen, missed the three, skidded off the back rim. Offensive rebound, tracked down by Baylor. Shireman missed off the glass. Put back. Jordan Walsh got it for two. That is legit teamwork at its finest up the floor. Robinson able to send it down, though, as Celtics were not back in transition. 33-22, 50 seconds left to go in the first. 14-8 bench points in favor of Boston. Pritchard, edge of the midcourt logo. He is working on quickly. Keeps the dribble alive. Outside quarter. Shireman. Shireman attacks inside the key. A Baylor. Shireman inside the key. Fall away. No good off the rim short. And the rebound goes back to Toronto here. Under 30 seconds left to go in the first. Raptors going to slow it down. Emmanuel quickly. Working on Pritchard. 10-second differential shot clock and game clock quickly. At the top of the key, switched here, guarded by Jordan Walsh. Bounce pass over to Barnes. Barnes, jumper over Pritchard, connects on it. 33-24. Final seconds left to go in this first quarter. So we got 10 seconds left. Tatum Crosses midcourt. Jason Tatum has played the entire first quarter here. Walsh, a nice extra bounce pass underneath. Neemias Queta scores through for 2. That's a beautiful bounce pass, able to drop it off the baseline by Jordan Walsh. 1 second left, full court heave by Toronto, and that's no good. Went wide of the net, and we close out the end of the first quarter. 35-24. Celtics looking like a machine right now. Best team on the road all season long. 23-6, putting up historic numbers on the road. They rank number 2 in NBA history right now in road margin of victory, around a plus 10-point margin of victory on the road. So yeah, these have been interesting lineups that they're going with tonight. And Celtics got 4 guys out, but no issues, no problem right now. Goes to the testament of the depth of this team. Just able to rotate bodies. You got guys making plays out there like Queta and Jordan Walsh. I mean, that's an excellent sight to see. Awesome sight to see. And this is kind of like a little bit of a sneaky game tonight because Toronto has been pretty solid on their home court this year. They're 13-18 in their home floor. They've been terrible on the road, but they've been much better at home. They've won 13 games at home. They've only won 5 games on the road this year. Yeah, so Jaylen Brown's playing. Celtics got 9 players who scored in the first quarter. Actually, it's Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard, 8 points off the bench, leading the way. 6 points by Neemias Queta. 6 points by Derek White. 5 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists so far by Jason Tatum. 2 points each by Jordan Walsh, Jaylen Brown, and Torrey Craig. I mean, that's just excellent balance all around. Everybody just really playing well together as a unit right now. 54% shooting, 5 for 11 from 3. Raptors cannot buy a basket from 3 to save their life. Right now, they're 0 for 9 from the perimeter. 6 points by Scotty Barnes, 4 by R.J. Barrett, 4 by Orlando Robinson. Everybody else with 2 or 0. So for tonight, Porzingis was a late scratch, not playing tonight. Like 5 minutes before tip-off, he was announced out. So Porzingis is out. No Drew Holiday, no Al Horford, no Luke Kornet. Just a testament to the Celtics' depth that they have right now. I mean, they're looking like a machine out there. By the way, this stream is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on the season sports action with BetUS. It's an A+ rated sports book which has been running since 1994. It's available in all 50 U.S. states. And for new sports bettors to go to the BetUS website, you'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video, also pinned into the chat to get started. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. Back to action. Scotty Barnes just drilled down the shot, plus got fouled. Coming around the screen. That's by Derek White, who got him at the end of that jump shot. So Barnes is going to shoot 1 at the line. And the free throw is no good. Bounced off the rim. Queta couldn't handle it properly as it was an offensive rebound controlled by Toronto. Boucher, shovel pass, and it gets intercepted. In and out of the hands there, Scotty Barnes. Hot Tamale couldn't gather it. Pritchard lines up a 3 from the parking lot. Could not make it as he was looking to send that one down from another Canadian territory. Over Queta, that is good. Downhill to the rim by Barnes. Scotty Barnes start a flex right now, getting into action. 10 points, leading the way in this game for the game leader. Brown jacks up the 3, off the rim, no good. And the rebound gets pulled down by Toronto. Emmanuel quickly, the one who came up with a defensive rebound. Barnes attacks over Queta, and followed by Neemias Queta. Yeah, you gotta watch out right now for Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes bringing some extra energy to this Raptors team currently. Looks really rejuvenated out there. $10 points all of a sudden by Barnes. First free throw is good. It's part of a 5-zip run by Scotty Barnes to open up this quarter. So they were just down by 11. Second free throw is good. All of a sudden, we get ourselves 6-zip run by Scotty Barnes all of a sudden. 35-30 right now. Celtics going to start to get going. Brown off to Pritchard at the right wing. Pritchard dribbles up to the right elbow. Lobs it outside to Derek White. Derek White, Scotiabank Arena logo. He dribbles up inside the key. White floats up the shot. Came off the rim short. Rebound controlled again by Quickly. Raptors hanging in right now, down by 5. Quickly lines up a 3, kaboinked off the back rim. Offensive rebound controlled by Chris Boucher. Another 3 by Quickly again. Couldn't send it down. Keita eventually came out with a defensive rebound. 5 for 13 by the Celtics from 3. Toronto, nothing. 0 for 11 from the perimeter. Celtics getting lucky that this team does not know how to make a 3. Jaylen Brown always going to poke loose Quickly. Dangerous play defensively there. White, his 3 came off the rim short, and then Baji collects the defensive boards. Celtics in the rut right now offensively. Going to start to clamp down defensively here. Boucher. Entry lob off to Barnes. Barnes takes on the White at the elbow. Barnes attacks. Runner over White. Again gets fouled. Man, Scotty Barnes. I mean, he looks like he's hungry to take over this game tonight, targeting Derek White, Nebius Keita in the area as well. They gave it to Keita. So Keita picked up the shooting foul. I mean, that's a good sign right there because Derek White already had 1 personal foul as well. First free throw is no good. Missed the first one by Barnes. They're going to bring in Torrey Craig back into the game as Keita will take a seat. Keita's got 3 fouls. Yeah, in that case, that's one. I mean, White's one of the key players on the floor tonight. But in terms of position, Keita is one of the most valuable on the court tonight because he's the tallest one for the Celtics that's available tonight. So he's got 3 right now. That's crushing. Second free throw is good. So 3 fouls already in this game by Keita as he had to substitute out, and they go with Torrey Craig back on the floor is like 4 inches smaller than Keita. Keita's 6'11", Torrey Craig's around 6'7". Celtics only up by 4 right now, yet to score to begin the second quarter. Emmanuel Quickly picks up a reach-in foul off the dribble defending Jaylen Brown. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here for this one. Got a lot of people pouring in for this game tonight. 90 plus everybody. Thanks all for joining in tonight. Jordan Walsh going to take a seat on the bench. Sam Hauser comes back in to replace Walsh. Derek White on the floor. Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Torrey Craig, Peyton Pritchard. Tatum right now on the bench. He played the entire first quarter, so he's getting a breather right now. Brown, a leaner from the edge of the three-point line. It's going to be interesting to see if they put this on the floor or on the shot. That's on Jacoby Walter, who picked up the foul. They're going to put it on the floor, so non-shooting foul. Back it goes to the Celtics for the inbound. Jaylen Brown, top of the key. Jaylen's only got 2 so far tonight. Brown. 1-on-1 at the top, defended by Walter. Slides it off to Pritchard. A corner 3, no good. Off the back rim, and the rebound controlled by Ochai Agbaji for the Raptors. Celtics struggling. 0 for 5 right now in the second quarter. Pro hop inside the key. Magbo outside. Corner 3. Ochai got one. It's only a 1-point game. Leave it up to the national champion to knock down a shot for Toronto. That's the first made 3 of the night. Celtics with possession. Pritchard slides it off to the left corner. Torrey Craig, good look at a 3 off the back rim, no good. Rebound controlled here out of the pack. Here they go for the Raptors with Jacoby Walter. Missed the layup, no good. Pritchard hauls in the defensive rebound. Pritchard looks to push it off the Brown. Shovel pass downhill. Torrey Craig scores the layup. Numbers work it out that way for Boston. They had a 3-on-2 up the floor in transition. Walter attacks the paint on White. Off fake, sneaks right past Derek White. No good off the mark as White secures the defensive rebounds. Great job to stay with that play for White. White outside off the Hauser. Laces up the 3. Off the back rim, no good. Couldn't finish. The rebound back it goes to Toronto. A lot of missed shots recently. Lob down low. Agbaji blew the open alley-oop opportunity. Hauser, that ball as he slipped, hit the deck with Hauser. And he fumbled a basketball. Results in the steal for Toronto. Kind of being a sloppy game right now between these two teams. Kind of a couple comedic errors we've seen recently. Quickly, kick out, quarter. Tiptoeing the baseline, Jonathan Mogbo. Did not step out of bounds, got fouled. It's on Derek White, who reached in. So Derek White just picked up his second personal foul. Yeah, you're going to need Jason Tatum to save this team tonight. Jason Tatum checks into the game. RJ Barrett checks in as well. And Peyton Pritchard will take a seat on the bench. 8 minutes left to go in the second. Jason Tatum, 5 assists in the opening quarter. His playmaking has been through the roof recently. Just too good. Inbound to the top here for Chris Boucher. Handoff to Jamal Shedet. Shedet drives, attacks the paint. Bounce pass right corner. Right baseline. Jamal Barrett floats up the shot. Gutted to go with a left-hand layup. A 1-point game right now. And Jobo Zolo burned a timeout. 7:50 left to go before halftime. Raptors hanging in. Celtics got 4 guys out. And not a good start to the second quarter for Boston. Tough start right now, the quarter 2 for this team. Drew Holiday, so it's interesting because he had been dealing with like a shoulder injury throughout most of the season, but tonight, Celtics Twitter put out that in parentheses, he's out due to rest. So I guess he doesn't have an injury. He's just out due to rest tonight for Drew Holiday. Al Horford, he is out due to a left big toe sprain. And then Luke Cornett, in parentheses, it's personal reasons that they put, which is probably going to be rest for him because he's going to be playing tomorrow on night 2 of back-to-back. Horrific second quarter offense right now. This team is absolutely stuck. 12-2 at Toronto in the second. Yeah, they needed Tatum to get back on the floor because this ball is just simply not moving. Jason Tatum's been so good last couple of games. He's got like double teamed and just gutted away off the double team and found open teammates to score for easy baskets. That's why his assist numbers are through the roof lately. Hey, what's good, John? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, definitely a big week for Boston that they have for these games. This stream, by the way, it's sponsored by BetUS. The link is posted in the chat right now for BetUS. It's also posted in the description of this video, but my channel sponsor, BetUS, is where you can bet on this season's sports action with BetUS. It's an A+ rated sportsbook which has been running since 1994. It's available in all 50 U.S. states. Bet on your favorite sports teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS, and for new sports bettors who go to the BetUS website, you'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video, also pinned to the chat to get started. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. $37-36. Five in a row right now for the Celtics, but Toronto's got their number right now in the second quarter. Got to start to see if they can turn things around. 12-2 advantage by the Raptors as we come back to action here. Tatum dribbles up to the elbow, lost the handle, turned it over. Raptors pick up the basketball. Barrett shovels it downhill to his teammate Chris Boucher at the rim, soars up, and they get their first lead in the night. 38-37 Toronto. They were down by double digits early on. Part of a 14-2 run by Boston. Brown. Good. Plus the foul. Great job to seize the moment. Take the lead right back for Boston. And now it's an opportunity that you can lead throughout the rest of this game and just shut the door throughout if you can build it from here on out there. Jaylen Brown, full attack mode. As he attacks right over one defender. Scored a +1. Hey, what's good, Marcus? Welcome in. Porzingis is out tonight. Drew Holiday is out. Al Horford, and then Luke Cornett. So they got 4 guys who's out tonight. Jaylen Brown's free throw is good. 2-point lead currently for Boston. 7:15 remaining before halftime. Catch and fire three. Barrett off the rim, no good. Brown with a right arm rebound. Jaylen Brown, Torrey Craig, Derek White, Sam Hauser, Jason Tatum. That's the five on the floor. Missed floater by Brown. Deflected out of bounds off Grady Dick. Orlando Robinson going to check back onto the floor right now. Derek White underneath the hoop, the inbound passer. White sends it on top over to Hauser. Outside off to Tatum. Tatum, top of the key, working one-on-one on a big with Orlando Robinson. That's a mismatch. 5 at a timer. Tatum crossover, dribble drive, right down the lane inside. Soars up and he throws it down with a two-handed flush. Any other given day in the month of January, Jason Tatum would have got an ISO ball, jacked up that as a 3 over Orlando Robinson, but instead, in the late month of February, he is attacking and playing downhill, and Tatum drew it down with authority, able to cross over and drive right past Robinson. Chris Boucher scores down low. A lot of points in the paint in this game. 28-26 Raptors and points in the paint. Brown inside the key. A nice pass underneath Tatum. Fires a fastball left corner. Torrey Craig in a 3. No good. Pinwheeled out. Offensive rebound. Jaylen Brown with a baby hook. Puts it back up and through off his own putback. It's good for 2. That was a sick little high arcing baby hook at the rim off the putback by JB. Top of the key with Shed. Shed a crossover, dribbles up to the free throw circle, outside off to Grady Dick. His 3 is butter. Cha-ching on that one by Grady Dick. 1-point game here. Celtics just 5 for 18 for 3. Toronto 2 for 14. White moves it out to the left corner. Hauser, cha-ching as he drills up the 3 ball. Good response right back there for Sam Hauser. Celtics were their 6-3 tonight. Robinson, kick out, corner. Grady Dick on a corner 3 off the back rim, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Up the floor off to Derek White. Finds Tatum now. Slides it off to Brown. Jaylen, dribble, drive, right down the lane inside. He scores with a left-hand layup. They're seeing a mismatch right now. Orlando Robinson constantly getting beaten right to the rim by either Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum as R.J. Barrett tees up a quick 3 and he sends it down. 49-46. Celtics just cannot seem to put away this team right now. Derek White slows down tempo. Puts the ball into the hands to Tatum. Tatum, top of the key, gets away off to JB. Jaylen dribbles up to the elbow, outside of White. Catch and fire 3. Derek White, bullseye, bang, bang. He's got it, baby. Derek White, 9 points right now. His third main triple of the game, and the timeout taken by Toronto. Everybody working right now, working hard for the Celtics. Jason Tatum with a drive and attack right past Orlando Robinson. Jaylen Brown with a drive and attack. Jaylen Brown with a putback. Derek White with a catch and fire triple. This team started getting into a groove since they were down. Good comeback right now. Playing with some adversity. They were down at one point, 14-2 in the second quarter box score. Now they've put it to just -5 after they were down -12 in the second quarter box scores. Now 22-17. Derek White, 9 points, 3 made threes tonight. Jaylen Brown, 9 points. 7 points by Jason Tatum, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. 7 points by Sam Hauser. 8 off the bench by Pritchard, 6 by Kata, and then 4 by Torrey Craig, 2 points by Jordan Walsh. Hey, what's good, Jake? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, big time game tonight there. Dallas and LA. Luka going up against his former team, and Anthony Davis still injured, not available for that game tonight. But yeah, I can only imagine what that's going to be like tonight. Luka's gonna go off, I would imagine, tonight in that game. Cavs lead the Magic early on, 21-11. Celtics chasing the Cavs. The Cavs are 6 games ahead of the Celtics right now in first in the East. College basketball scores. How about this for an upset? Georgia playing for the bubble, playing for the tournament. Right now they're right smack middle in the bubble. 51-35 Georgia at halftime against Florida. That's crazy. Cincinnati leads Baylor at the half 39-26. Baylor, this is crazy right now. We're like 3 weeks away from Selection Sunday. And here's some of the teams that could be missing the NCAA tournament. Could be the previous 3 national champions. They all could miss the NCAA tournament. Right now, the Kansas Jayhawks are a 6 seed. They just got bounced out of the top 25. I don't know about that. But in a realistic world, the Baylor Bears, the Kansas Jayhawks, and the UConn Huskies all might miss the NCAA tournament this year if they lose out on their regular season slate. That's what it's gotten to. It's crazy. And then North Carolina isn't even they're still treading water right now. They're just outside the bracket currently. They're very lucky that the bubble is not good. Indiana, Ohio State, those are 2 teams that's in consideration. Any other given year, you got 12 losses. You're 7-10 in conference play, and they're still right now a 10 or an 11 seed for some of these teams. Just wild this season. We get back to action right now with 4.5 left to go as R.J. Barrett attacks inside the paint and scores up and it off the glass. Hey, what's good? Alex, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Tatum with possession. Tatum's on the floor with White, Brown, Hauser, and Pritchard as Tatum's pass missed the mark to Hauser, sailed out of bounds. Yeah, he was looking for Hauser to roll down, and Hauser stopped his cut midway. Here goes Barrett, drive, kick, quarter, Grady, Dick, no good, missed the 3, sent off the glass. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard, a right baseline dribble, finds an opening, he scores, up and it off the backboard. 54-48, PP up to double digits. He has got 10 right now. He is the team leader for the Celtics. 9 points behind him by White and Brown. Quickly puts the ball into the hands to Scotty Barnes, top of the key. He's working on Pritchard, 5 in the timer. Scotty Barnes, 3 in the shot clock. Jacks up a tough 3 over Pritchard. No good, off the rim, out of bounds, and it will go back to Boston. Yeah, Celtics should definitely be up by more. They were up by double digits early on, and then they allowed Toronto to creep back into this game. Celtics with possession, 6-point lead. Sam Hauser at the left wing perimeter. Hand off Derek White. Derek White towards his right. Derek White, top of the key. Off to Hauser. Kick out. Wing. 3. P. Off the rim. Short. Tipped up to Barrett for the defensive rebound. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Pritchard comes up with a quick steal. Tatum at the right wing. He'll slow it down. Shake and bake JT. Brings along the double team. Gets it outside. Derek White catching fire. Bang. He draws another 3. 57-48. Derek White in rhythm tonight. Fort made 3 the game with 12. The runner is good by Barrett downhill to the rim. Man, if they could play some interior defense, the Celtics would be smoking this team right now. Toronto cannot buy a 3 to save their lives. White, pocket pass, Tatum, no look, quarter, up fake, Brown, left baseline dribble, weaves his way inside. Jaylen Brown with a right hand finish, good for 2. Wow, this is some excellent basketball we're seeing here. Not so much of the defensive side of the floor. Jason Tatum, the closest player defending Jonathan Mogbo, as Amanda quickly fired a bullet at the rim to Mogbo, who dunked it down behind Tatum. 7-point lead for the Celtics. Both of these teams with big-time assist totals tonight. 16 assists by Toronto, 15 by Boston. Jason Tatum sticks down the 3. 10-point lead for the Celtics. 62-52. Jason Tatum, money. Got himself 10 points, a plus 20 on the floor. He's got 9 assists right now, with 1:40 remaining before half. Tatum, lob downhill, finds Brown. Easy 2. So that was his 9th right there. 64-52. Jason Tatum playing out of his mind in the playmaking category recently. I know a lot of people have said that they've been really critical to him, saying that he's not that great of a playmaker, but what he's been doing recently draws so much attention. It's been just incredible. Derek White trailing 3, missed off the back rim, no good. Dick secures the defensive rebound. Final minute left to go in the second here. R.J. Barrett, watch out, downhill to the rim, bursts the speedy, attacks the rack. Yeah, this is where they really miss Porzingis tonight. Just not much size. Celtics playing a small ball lineup tonight. And Kata. Kata's the tallest guy in the court tallest guy in the team available for tonight, but he's been in foul trouble early on in this game. Tatum, ridiculous three. No good off the back rim. Gets his own rebound back from the Scotiabank Arena logo. Runner, pinwheels in. Good for two. Where's the boxing out by Toronto? Just simply not there. Under 30 seconds left to go. Tatum, 12, 5, and 9. Going to be another triple-double night for Jason Tatum at this rate. Raptors with possession. 20 seconds left. Holding this basketball. Scotty Barnes at the top of the key. Guarded by Hauser. Slides it off to his left to Grady Dick. Dick moves it over to the top. Quickly. Dribbles up to the elbow. Emmanuel quickly. Leaner over Pritchard. Missed off the mark. No good. Derek White controls the defensive rebound. Up the floor to Brown. Final seconds left to go before halftime. Brown's three off the back rim. No good. We close out going to half. 66-54. Celtics looking real good so far tonight. They started out rough in the early second, but they briefly trailed but found their way. They were able to outscore Toronto 31-30 in the second quarter box score after the Celtics were trailing 14-2 in the early stage of the second quarter in the box score. So Boston right now looking good, 66-54 going into half with a 12-point lead. Yeah, really good game tonight. They're missing four guys. No Porzingis. He was a late scratch. No Drew Holiday. No Al Horford. No Luke Cornett. You're missing three big men tonight. You're undersized, playing a small ball lineup. And nevertheless, you're up by 12 on the road. Always a great sign. Man, Jason Tatum's been awesome. Plus 20 for Jason Tatum in the first half. 12 points. 5 rebounds, 9 assists for Jason Tatum. Derek White, yep, he's got 4 threes. 4 threes by Derek White tonight. 12 points by White. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. 13 points by Jaylen Brown. Peyton Pritchard been excellent off the bench. He has got 10 off the bench for Pritchard. Those are the 4 guys that's cooking. They got 4 guys right now in double figures between Brown with 13, Tatum and White each with 12, and then Pritchard with 10. 2 guys double figures for the Raptors, 15 by Scotty Barnes. RJ Barrett has 13. I mean, the difference maker in this game right now is that Toronto simply cannot make a 3. Celtics tripling up the Raptors from 3. 9 for 26 for the Celtics. Not their best performance from 3, but both of these teams have been just cutting up one another inside the paint. Celtics are shooting 52% from the floor, and they're shooting over like 65% from 2 right now. 38 paint points in the first half by Boston, that is. And Toronto is 36 paint points. So 36 out of the 54 total points by the Raptors have come through the paint. 5 points at the free throw line, leaving just 9 points total at the three-point stripe tonight for them. They're 3 for 21 from 3. I mean, that's the difference in this game. The ability to make a 3 with the Celtics, leading the league in made threes per game, and then the inability to make a three-point shot with Toronto tonight. I mean, that's the telling story tonight in this game. One team is tripling the other from 3. Cavs are just dismantling the Magic. 34-16 Cleveland at the end of the first. Hey, what's good, Natasha? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Paulo, welcome in the stream, man. If you guys are new to the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Quick update to you guys. I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow night. I got a game I'm covering this Thursday for college basketball for a conference tournament playoff game that I'm covering, so I don't find out who they're playing against until like later tonight once the game wraps up around like past 9 o'clock or so. So I'm gonna probably use a lot of tomorrow to prep. It depends on how much I can get done tonight, because a lot I'm gonna have to prep for tomorrow night for the game on Thursday as well. So I'm not sure if I'll be live for Celtics versus Pistons tomorrow. If not, the next stream would be Celtics against Cavs on Friday that I hope to cover. So I'm hoping to be live for Celtics versus Cavs on Friday. Might be live tomorrow, not sure just yet. And might be live on Sunday too, not sure just yet. Yeah, me and my girlfriend, we usually see each other like each Sunday or so during the afternoon. And this week, I'm supposed to go up to visit her after tutoring or so. Celtics play like a rare afternoon game on Sunday. So I asked her if I could bring my streaming equipment over to her place, which she doesn't have a problem with, to cover the game. It's just like the Wi-Fi there is not that good or so. So that's why there's a question mark for Sunday or so. Yeah, the Wi-Fi there is just not good. Sometimes it gets kicked off or so off the Wi-Fi because she lives in like 7 floors up, not too far away from Boston where she is. Yeah, Tatum's on track for a triple-double tonight. What's good, Gregory? Welcome in. Yeah, things going pretty well for the games that I've been covering. I covered a full-court inbound game winner on Saturday. I'll see if I can get that video for you guys if you haven't seen it so far. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can dig up the video link. Recently posted that video. That was on Saturday after I got home. I posted that. So yeah, so the women's team that I'm covering, they're ranked inside the top 25 for D3. So they host the semifinals to their tournament championship this Thursday. I'll post a link in the community tab if anybody's interested in watching that tomorrow or so. Actually, it's pay-per-view, that's right. Because they put the regular season games on for free, but I guess it's like pay-per-view for the playoff conference tournament games that they have, because the conference has to like generate revenue or so. So that's actually pay-per-view. Yeah, a lot of the teams, because a couple of teams that I do, they're under contracts with Flow Sports, which everything is like pay-per-view, which they have for them. And then the team that I'm covering on Thursday, they play in the Little East for D3, and they just do pay-per-view for conference championships. So they have, I guess, their own like thing, like $10 per game that people have to pay to watch like the specific like live stream, or they can do like some sort of pass that's like $50 or stuff, because I guess that's how the conferences are generating revenue or so, because the whole streaming stuff is taken off for like collegiate sports. The like smaller schools, they do Flow Sports too for a lot of like the bigger conferences at D1, like Big East is under contract with Flow Sports. A10 I believe is under contract with Flow Sports, and they do like a lot of the smaller sports like lacrosse, field hockey, soccer. They do a lot of those games for like the smaller mid-major conferences on Flow Sports. And then the Ivy League, because I've done a couple of games with ESPN Plus doing Ivy League events, so they go through ESPN Plus for the Ivy League that they do theirs. Yeah, so I just put that link in there if anybody's interested in checking out my full court buzzer beater call that I had, or full court inbound right before the buzzer. that I called. Just wild. Absolutely wild finish. Like it was a 2-second inbound from full court. Let's see what we got right now for college. This is the time that the brackets are starting to whip into shape. I'm hoping in the next couple weeks to see if I can get that bracket challenge group going for March Madness. So once that comes back, like in early March or so, I'll post a link whenever I stream, and I'll put it in the community tab. Once I'll do that leading up to like March Madness for the behind the arc basketball bracket challenge group that we have every single year. Yeah, I haven't been covering much college at all, or so. It's been like a lot of stuff for like games and stuff like that. So my apologies for not covering many college basketball games this season. It's been a lot of really good games going on at the same time. I've been super busy doing a lot of the games in person myself, so I'm probably not going to be able to cover any games until the NCAA tournament, because it's so many good games at the same time. Like I'm working the college games every single Saturday, and it's usually Saturdays where there's tons of great college basketball games for D1, or it's Tuesdays, which the Celtics are usually playing every single Tuesday as well. Like the Tuesday slates are stacked, and then after that, Wednesday, they're okay, but they're not that great. Thursday, kind of not so great. Friday is not good for college basketball slates, and then Monday they have like a game or two out there, like ACC and Big 12 for like standalone games or so. But that's basically it. So there's not really much to choose from, and when there's like 10 different ranked teams playing in 10 different games, or at the same time on Tuesday night. That's how Tuesday night goes, is that everybody plays at the same time, either the 7 or 9, or there's that one random 11 o'clock game that they have on like a Tuesday night that has 2 top 25 teams going at it. But yeah, it's I'm just not a big fan this year of conference realignment from my perspective on it, because I've been streaming a bunch of college basketball games in the past. Really love this sport, but this year, in my opinion, haven't gotten into it as much compared to the previous couple of years, and the reason why is because the whole conference like realignment stuff like that. Like you got Big Ten teams like USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington that they're traveling to play Penn State, Rutgers, Maryland. I mean, it makes no sense. You got Cal and Stanford that's taking on Duke and North Carolina. Makes zero sense right now. I heard that there's a rumor that the Big East could merge into the ACC. So if that's true, there's going to be like a 25-team conference or something that happens. I mean, that's... They got to start to break this down by region and stuff. That's what they got to do, because this is getting to be ridiculous. Like I would love to see like a whole conference be something like Providence, UConn, Villanova, Syracuse, Boston College. Could put like Duke and North Carolina in that conference too, with like Maryland, Rutgers, like that being like its own conference, like something like an East Coast conference or so, where you got like a Northeast division and more so like a Mid-Atlantic division, because it's just crazy that you got like UCLA flying out to like Wisconsin, Minnesota, and that's not even the worst part, because then you got UCLA flying out to play Rutgers and Penn State. I mean, it's just a mess what's going on, especially in the Big Ten and the ACC. It's an even bigger mess for like stuff like baseball. Like I broadcast for a couple of D1 schools, and one of the schools I broadcast for, Stonehill, last year, they flew from Miami on their spring break to Maryland Eastern Shore, who's a conference opponent, and the field from Maryland Eastern Shore was flooded. So last year, Maryland Eastern Shore went 0-48 in college baseball. They had a 3-game series that got canceled against Maryland Eastern Shore. And then Stonehill missed the conference tournament in the NEC by 1 game because they didn't have any games that would have boosted up their record against Maryland Eastern Shore, because all 3 of those games got canceled because Maryland Eastern Shore's field got flooded. But even that conference, too, is that, like, they're starting to, like, adapt with change as well, because they got Chicago State as a new member that a few years ago, before they went independent, they were playing in the WAC. So they were playing schools out in, like, Grand Canyon, New Mexico State. They were playing schools out west, and now they're playing in the NEC when they're a Midwestern program for them, because I guess the Horizon League isn't able to take their affiliation or so. I don't know if they reached out to the Horizon League or what went on over there, but instead of playing in a league that would have been better suited for them in terms of travel, like the Horizon League or like the OVC for Ohio Valley, they're playing in the NEC right now. And that whole league, Northeast Conference, the whole term Northeast, they got teams that's starting to move further out west. They have a new program this year with it's Mercyhurst out in Erie, Pennsylvania. So it started to creep out much more west than it should be. So yeah, the whole regional stuff, especially like you got Cal and Stanford playing in the ACC, it just makes 0 sense or so. And especially the whole Big Ten thing where you got Pacific teams that's playing against like East Coast and Midwest teams is very weird or so. So here we go. We get back to action right now. Start to the third quarter. Emmanuel quickly here at the top of the key. He is guarded by Pritchard as we start off the third. Celtics by 12. Scotty Barnes moves it off to Barrett. Barrett guarded by Pritchard. Barrett spin cycle with a right hand. He scores up and through it. It's good for 2. Let's see. Providence right now. Yeah, they're down by 15 against Marquette. Doesn't shock me there. Providence is not even close to being a tournament team. They're 12-16 right now. So around a month and a half ago, I heard rumors that Bryce Hopkins is going to transfer as Peyton Pritchard misses a 3. I was talking to somebody who's really, really just well known in the basketball landscape yesterday, and he told me for sure 100% that Bryce Hopkins will transfer. That's what he said yesterday. Scotty Barnes' pass got broken up out of bounds. It'll stay Raptors ball. Underneath the hoop here for Toronto. Inbound goes out to the left wing perimeter. Handoff, jumper, deep 2. That missed off the side of the glass. No good by Quickly. Tapped over to Dick. Jumper from the perimeter. Got it. It's one of the very few threes that the Raptors have made today. 66-39. Jaylen Brown slides it off to Tatum. JT got himself almost a double-double if he makes this assist, he will. But Sam Hauser, instead of laying it up and in, he made an extra pass, which got stolen by Toronto. Looking to take it the distance with Emmanuel Quickly. He does as he scores the layup. Bad pass there by Hauser. He should have just elected to take it in for 2 instead of bounce passing it off to Pritchard, and that resulted in a steal. Derek White, 4 made threes in the opening half. Top of the key working on Dick. Derek White dribbles up, drives, downhill, floats up the shot, crashes into the stanchion hard, and gets fouled. This dude's a tough soldier. Yep, helped out to his feet. He's okay. He's going to shoot 2 shots at the line. Gets up. Seems like there's nothing wrong with him. I mean, Derek White's an absolute tough dude. Dude built of nails. Came crashing down right next to the stanchion there. Hard fall he took as well. Just got up like nothing happened. 2 free throws here by Derek White. First one is good. 23-6, 79.3% of winning percentage for the Celtics. That is number 2 behind the 1972-73 team with a 32-8 record on road games. Second free throw is good. Derek White having an excellent game so far tonight. He has got 14. He is the team leader. 4 made threes in 20 minutes. Handoff from Barnes to Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly at the right elbow. Shovel pass over to Barrett. Barrett turns the corner. Drives on Brown. No good. Got knocked down. Got fouled. And 2 free throws coming up here at the line for R.J. Barrett. Hey, what's good, Mr. Fulton Mraz? Welcome in. Big news for you here. So, Hamilton County Special Olympics Chargers with 20 Marion County, 18 for 18 for Marion County, 20 for the Special Olympics Chargers, and there you go. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Second basketball game he won, and he's got 40 rebounds total, 40 passes, and 40 jump shots. There you go. Good job, man. Keep up the good work. And keep up on the grind day in and day out. First free throw, no good. Missed off the mark by R.J. Barrett. Yup, Chris Dunn. Yeah, I'm a Providence Friars fan too. So yeah, I'm not too far away from Providence. I'm like 20 minutes east of Providence in southeast Mass, where I am. Yeah, just been a tough season for them this year. Hopefully next year they'll have a bounce back season. But welcome in. Thanks for joining in, TC. Tatum looking for a double-digit assist night as he kicked it out to the corner. White missed the 3. Offensive rebound controlled by Jaylen Brown. Tatum. No-look pass. Right corner. Derek White. His 3 again came off the rim short. Barrett controls the defensive board. That's awesome. Out in New London. Yeah, so that's around like an hour from where I am. But really nice over in that area. Like not too far away from Mystic. I've been to Mystic quite a bit. I usually go through New London to get to Devil's Hopyard State Park. I've gone there a couple of times. Jaylen Brown attacking down the hill, scores the layup, gets the foul, and he will have an and 1 coming up here at the free throw line. Yeah, Mr. Top's been doing pretty well. 9:06 left to go, and the third free throw is good. 3-point play complete by Jaylen Brown. Celtics are out perfect at the free throw line as well. Haven't attempted it much at all tonight. 4 for 4. Raptors 6 for 9. Barnes at the free throw circle. Barnes taking on Pritchard here 1-on-1. Backs his way in. Pritchard jumper 14-footer off the back rim, no good. Pritchard, great defensive stop, as not only he forced the miss, he also came down with a defensive rebound. White shovel pass on top off to Pritchard into the hands to Tatum. Tatum in rhythm, jacks up the 3, no good off the rim. Offensive rebounder once again to Pritchard. Quarter jumper. Tatum got it. They're going to roll it. That's going to be a 3 at the far side corner. Celtics go up back by 12. I actually haven't before. So I would definitely love to go. TD Garden's around like an hour north of where I am. We got like a couple train stations, but they're like 20-25 minutes away from where I am for like rail stations. So I've only taken the train like a couple times before. Jaylen Brown, a little bit. Ooh, looks like he's a little bit gimpy right now. Going back up the floor. He's going to stay in. Nope, he's going to head towards the bench here. So Jaylen Brown, turnover on the offensive end. Limping right now, a little bit slow. With that left ankle, favoring that left ankle currently. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Baylor Shireman checks in right now for Jaylen Brown. Hopefully nothing too severe. And Scotty Barnes able to score at the low block. Wow, that's awesome. Hey, there we go. Jeffrey, welcome in, man. And again, Celtics with another turnover past midcourt. Derek White, an illegal screen, offensive foul. Raptors right now hanging in this one. 7.5 left to go in the third. Quickly. Outside to Barnes. Back into the hands to Quickly. Quickly at the left quarter. Drives on Tatum. Left baseline dribble into the hands to Jonathan Mogbo. Double team. Hits pass. Broken up. Intercepted by Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard here with a steal. Up by 10 for the Celtics. Pritchard takes on Quickly. And Emmanuel Quickly gets charged with the reach-in foul. You got 100 plus tonight watching. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Inbound goes to Derek White. Derek White on the floor with Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard, Baylor Shireman, and Sam Hauser. That's the 5 of the court currently. White at the top of the key. Lobs it over to Tatum. Tatum, 5 of the timer. Jab step. Jacks up the 3 over Grady Dick off the rim. No good. Rebound gets hauled in by the defense by R.J. Barrett. Raptors have it far side corner. Grady Dick spin cycle right past Shireman. Get that out of there. Derek White with a big time rejection. Here goes Boston up the floor. They got numbers 5 and 4. Pritchard, dribble, drive, up fake, shake it, bake underneath. He scores up and through. It is good for 2 by PP. 76-64. Timeout taken to the floor by Toronto with 6:39 left to go in the third. Wow, this game has really slowed down in scoring compared to how we started off. Both of these teams are flying up the floor getting baskets, and we're almost midway through the third right now with just 20 combined points in this third quarter. 10 points for the Celtics, 10 points for the Raptors each in the third quarter. Celtics keep on seeming that they're up by 12 points constantly whenever we get to like a timeout or a break in the game, and that's exactly what happens right now. Peyton Pritchard, 12 points for him off the bench. Celtics got 4 guys in double figures. Pritchard is 1 out of the 4. 16 by Jaylen Brown. 15 by Jason Tatum with 9 assists, 5 rebounds, and 14 by Derek White drilling 4 threes. Yeah, tough night for PC. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm going to go over those college basketball scores in just a moment. Going to do a quick word for my channel sponsor, though. This stream is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on the season sports action with BetUS. It's an A-plus rated sports book, which has been running since 1994, available to all 50 U.S. states. Bet on your favorite sports teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. And for new sports bettors, you go to the BetUS website. You'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video, also pinned into the chat to get started. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. All right, so just curious to see what we got tonight. I saw the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are rolling right now in their game against the Magic. 49-32 Cleveland. Celtics are still 6 games behind the Cavs in the Eastern Conference standings. Rockets lead the Bucks 26-20. Grizzlies up against the Suns 26-4. The Spurs are just shredding the Pelicans 23-8. College basketball tonight, Duke jumping all over Miami. 22-point favorites for Duke tonight, and they are smashing them by 31. 69-38. Duke looks really good this season for them. Georgia about to pull off the upset if they could hold Florida 66-56. Still with a lot of game left to go. 11.5 minutes remaining in that game. Marquette's up by 13 over Providence 52-39. Oklahoma State leading Iowa State right now 23-15. That's kind of odd. Iowa State want to be playing better against Oklahoma State. That would be a bad loss. How about Baylor? You cannot afford to take a bad loss. Baylor projected as a 9 seed. Losing at Cincinnati 48-43. Back to action. 12-point lead for the Celtics. Raptors with a possession. Jamal Shead jacks up a 3 off the rim, no good. Tipped up to Mogbo for the offensive rebound. Mogbo guarded by Tatum inside the key. Let it sail to the backcourt. That is a half-court violation. Charged to Toronto. Turnover. Yeah, Mogbo missed the mark in the pass to Shead. Celtics by 12 with possession. Derek White Into the hands to Tatum here. Tatum at the edge of the midcourt logo. Dribbles up to the right wing. Pocket pass off to Torrey Craig. Open three straight away off the back rim. No good. Agbaji collects the defensive rebound. Grady Dick, Achai Agbaji. Orlando Robinson, Jamal Shed, R.J. Barrett. That's the 5 in the court for Toronto going up against Torrey Craig, Baylor Shireman, Peyton Pritchard. Derek White, Jason Tatum, 5 in the court currently for the Celtics. As Boston commits the shooting foul. That'll be charged to Torrey Craig as Grady Dick will shoot 2 shots. So 6:01 left to go in the third here. First one's good. I'm not sure just yet, so yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow. I have a game in person this Thursday for college basketball semifinals conference tournament game, so I'm gonna have to find time to prep that game once I get home from work tomorrow. So I'm not sure. So it depends on how much I can get done tonight or so. I'm hoping to be live on Friday for sure. So Celtics against Cavs on Friday. So tomorrow's a question mark. Sunday is also a question mark. Next week I got a lacrosse game next Wednesday, so I won't be streaming Celtics against Portland. And then also a question mark next Thursday. Kind of worried about next Thursday because I got an 8 o'clock appointment in the morning for an endoscopy at the hospital next Thursday. I've been having a lot of issues with my body or so after eating food with like heartburn, acid reflux. Sometimes it's pretty bad at like sometimes in the middle of the night. Like I get up in the middle of the night, which I never had that issue. Like I'm always able to sleep through. As Peyton Pritchard knocks down a 3 in transition here. 79-66 we got for the score. Yeah, but I got my appointment for my endoscopy next Thursday, March 6th at 8 o'clock in the morning. So they said like could be like a little bit of a while before I start to feel better next time. Because a lot of times when I just in the middle of the night, I wake up like not feeling well. Derek White making a major impact in this game in the block column. He has got 2 blocks tonight, just denied R.J. Barrett at the rim. 2 blocks, 3 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Doing a little bit of everything with 14 points, 4 made threes. Tatum's back on the floor. This is J.D. Davison, number 20, who's right now on the court. So J.D. Davison, I can't remember the last time that he has played for the Celtics. He is part of the G League, Maine Celtics. He is on the NBA floor right now. Missed 3 by Tatum as it sailed out of bounds. Jamal Shed with the possession. Bounce pass over to Barrett. Barrett, extra pass made. Orlando Robinson underneath. Kick out, corner, Dick. At the right corner, bounce pass over to Orlando Robinson. Just a lot of dribbling going on right now, and the Raptors get called in the turnover. Double dribble charge to Orlando Robinson. Hey, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully, I've been feeling mostly better most of the days. Last month of January, it was on the days I was waking up not really feeling that well. Yesterday I had like a terrible headache or so that went throughout like most of the day, and then I just randomly like woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and did not feel well at all. But like within like 5 minutes later I go like right back to sleep. It's very odd. Like, it's very odd because by the time I finish this stream, I'll feel like really, really hungry for the most part. Right now, I'm not, as that's good by Jacoby Walter to get it back to a close game right now. It's 79-70. They scored previously to that. So we approach 3 minutes left. Tatum with a possession here at the edge of the midcourt logo. Tatum, rhythm three as he steps into one. No good off the mark. Offensive rebound controlled by Craig, though, with position underneath. And Torrey Craig at the baseline as Joe Mazzulla will burn a timeout here to stop this possession. So interesting timeout by Mazzulla, as it wasn't when they were taking the ball up the floor. It was after the offensive rebound when they were underneath. 79-70, Celtics by 9, under 3 minutes left to go in the third as we'll head to the timeout. Yeah, Phoenix Suns got some serious chemistry issues with them. So from what I heard, Kevin Durant was supposed to be traded, and he said no to that trade. So he was supposed to be part of the Jimmy Butler trade, where he was going to be sent to Miami as part of that trade with Wiggins and Butler, and he said no to that. So then he stayed in Phoenix. And yeah, they're a mess. Their defense is horrific this year. Celtics almost tripling up the Raptors tonight on the three. They haven't shot the ball well from the perimeter, though. 70 right now, 28%, 11 for 39 from three. Raptors just 4 for 26 in this game. So yeah, right now we're just in a timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified back here for future live streams in the channel. Yeah, appreciate it, Nija Player. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Duke right now smashing Miami, 74-45. Georgia under 10 minutes left, leading Florida, 68-57. 2:58 left to go in the third here. Celtics with their 5 on the floor. They've gone through different rotations so far tonight. 4 guys out. No Drew Holiday, no Porzingis, no Al Horford, no Luke Cornett. No problem right now. Up by 9. Tatum on the court with Kada, Hauser, Shireman, and J.D. Davison. In a couple minutes recently, Tatum had it stripped, turned it over. Barnes comes up with a steal, push pass ahead, and he missed the mark, and J.D. Davison comes in, swoops in for the steal right back. Davison running the point into the hands to Hauser, laces up the 3, off the rim, no good, tipped up, and the rebound gets controlled out of the pack by Jamal Shed. Shed up the floor at the baseline. Moves it outside to Robinson. Push pass outside. Barnes with a 3. Off the rim. Misfired. Rebound tipped over to J.D. Davison. J.D. Davison, 2-way contract, playing mostly for the Maine Celtics out in the G League this year. Davison running the point out of Alabama. Davison, edge of the midcourt logo. As he's working on Jamal Shed. Gets the way out to his left. Shireman, a rookie out of Creighton, drives, attacks inside the paint. Baylor. Shireman got it to go. That's good for 2. Nice little weave his way inside the key off the zigzag right there by Baylor. Shireman. Shed, Rudder, able to bounce in and response right back. Yeah, Jaylen Brown still on the bench currently. Early third quarter, there was a play that he was hobbling for a loose ball for Jaylen Brown. Hasn't come back into the game ever since, though, for him. Top of the key now with Tatum. Tatum dribbles up to the free throw circle. Tatum goes up, gets fouled. He will have free throws here at the line. That's on Scotty Barnes. He picks up the shooting foul. Celtics in the playoffs. I think they could win it all once again. I think we're looking for the second straight championship in a row with a fully healthy Celtics team and everybody well rested. I think we're looking at another championship this year based on how they keep on been playing recently. They hit that slump in January. Looked like they could very be potential to upsets, but how they've been playing recently, if they keep on playing like that, the most dangerous thing about them is that they play their best basketball after breaks. They started off the season 7-1. First 7 victories out of 8 games, they won by double digits. And then coming out of the All-Star break 2-0, winning both of those games by double digits. They're just so good coming out of breaks. And they're going to have like a week break off because of that whole playing round that happens like with like a full week off before they get into like the actual games for them. So it's just they don't know their opponent until like a day or two prior to when they're playing that playing game. Final minute now left to go in the third here. J.D. Davison, top of the key. Davison drives, attacks, a runner inside the paint. No good. Missed off the rim and sent out of bounds. It went off Kada. Yeah, there's nothing about Jaylen Brown. A lot of people are wondering. Yeah, a lot of people are wondering, like, what's his status right now? He's just been kept on the bench, so I don't know if there's any status. He seems like he's fine right now on the bench for Jaylen Brown. I see him right behind the hoop sitting on the bench. He has got the corner seat on the bench for him, so it's not being checked out or anything currently. Is Amanda quickly free throws coming up the line as he attacked on Neemias Queta. Queta's been just foul prone for him. He's got to really be careful for him. Neemias Queta tonight just picked up his 4th personal foul. First free throw is good. Peyton Pritchard checks back in. Davison will take a seat on the bench. Good quality minutes they got here, playing basically the whole season in G League Maine this season for J.D. Davison. A rare appearance for him, making an appearance in an NBA game this season. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal in 4 minutes of court time here in his third quarter. Second free throw is good by Quickly. 7-point game. Peyton Pritchard, quick up the floor. Circles around inside the key, sends it off to Hauser. Catch and fire, 3, right down the chute, delivers. Bang, bang by Sam Hauser. Just like that, go up by 10. Under 30 seconds left to go in the third. Sam Hauser, he has got himself 10 points as well tonight. Emmanuel Quickly, guarded by Pritchard, top of the key. Quickly dribbles towards his right at the right wing, brings along the double team off to Robinson. Robinson inside the key. Robinson over Tatum. That's a travel. It's a turnover. Yep. Orlando Robinson, another turnover. A rough game for him today. That's his 3rd turnover for Robinson. Derek White back on the floor right now as he will replace Torrey Craig for this final possession. And Neemias Queta going to check out. Orlando Robinson checks out as well. Inbound goes to Pritchard in the backcourt. Pritchard crosses midcourt. Pritchard bursts the speed. Step back 3 in the air. He drills it. Bang, a bang, baby by PP with 1 second left to go in the third. And Toronto, Celtics gave a foul here. Yeah, they gave a foul with 1 second in the third. Technical. That's a soft foul. Yeah, Jason Tatum technical foul. Quickly he's going to head to the line with 1 second. The free throw is no good. He missed the technical free throw. That's just a soft tee. Where was this afterwards? Jason Tatum was getting held up by one player here for Toronto. He's getting held up. He's obviously unhappy about that. I mean, that's as soft as a tech can get there. I mean, he's completely getting held up out of the play. 1 second. Inbounds, stole away. Hauser, his three was close, hit glass. And we close out the end of the third. That was a mid-court heave off a steal by Sam Hauser. 3 quarters in the books tonight. Celtics by 13 right now. Every time it seems like we go to like a media break or a closeout between quarters, it seems like the Celtics are up by like 11, 12, or 13. And right now they're up by 13 points currently, and this is the largest lead of the game right here, right now. Yeah, it's still out there that the Celtics can clinch the 1 seed. They're going to need Cleveland to start losing games. Right now, the Cavs lead the Magic 57-43 at halftime. Yeah, the Cavs got a relatively easy schedule coming up, too. I don't know if they can really catch them, especially with the schedule they got for, like, the first half of March. This is what the Cavs got coming up after the Celtics on Friday. Cavs got Portland, Chicago, Miami, Charlotte. They got Milwaukee in there. And then Brooklyn. They got Memphis, Orlando, the Clippers, the Kings, the Suns, the Jazz, the Blazers, the Spurs, Pistons, Clippers, Knicks, Spurs, Kings, Bulls, Pacers, Knicks, Pacers. Yeah, it's a relatively easy schedule. Celtics got their work cut out for them next couple of games. I mean, they've got some really good teams here coming up. Detroit's on a 6-game winning streak. They got the Pistons tomorrow, and then the Cavs on Friday, Denver on Sunday, and got a little bit of an easier week next week. They got the Blazers and the Sixers next week. They got the Lakers on March 8th, Utah, OKC, almost 2 weeks from now. They got them 15 days from today for Oklahoma City, Wednesday, March 12th. Jaylen Brown back into the game, so he's okay. He is back on the floor right now for JB. Took the jumper mid-range, got fouled. And this is how we start off the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown, Neemias Queta, Sam Hauser. That's who's lining up right now. Jaylen Brown's going to line up at the free throw line. First one is good. Hey, what's good? Christian, welcome in. Old man, welcome in here. Yeah, I would not go for that contract extension for Hubert Davis. They've been just up and down. Like 1 year they go to like the Final Four or Elite Eight. Next year they miss the tournament. Right now, really close to missing the tournament. I don't think they make it in. I saw they're like 1-10 in quad 1 games for UNC this year, playing in an easy conference. Both of the free throws were good by Jaylen Brown, 91-76. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I watched the ending. The ending was insane. We're going to head to a timeout right now, early stage of the fourth quarter, as the Celtics will take a timeout here, 11:27 left to go. I believe Joe Mazzulla is going to challenge this call. He thought that Keita got all ball on that for Keita after the rebound. We'll see here coming up after the timeout. Celtics looking good right now. 15-point lead, largest one of the game. Yeah, so the Celtics schedule is much more difficult than Cleveland's, it looks like. So this is what the Celtics got starting tomorrow. At Detroit, Cleveland, Denver, Portland, Philadelphia, the Lakers, Jazz, Thunder. It's going to be a really good game on Wednesday, March 12th. At the Heat, at the Nets, hosting Brooklyn. Wow, then they got like a 6-game road trip. This is what they got for a 6-game road trip in 10 days, March 21 to March 31. At Utah, at Portland, at Sacramento, at Phoenix, at San Antonio, at Memphis. That's going from the West Coast all the way to like the Deep South. And then starting in April, they have Miami, Phoenix, Washington, at the Knicks, at the Magic, and then they close out with 2 games against Charlotte. All right, so we're going to get back to action here. 15-point lead right now for Boston. 5 guys in double digits right now for the Celtics. 18 by Jaylen Brown, 18 by Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard's having a big game with 4 made threes. 17 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds by Jason Tatum currently. 14 points by Derek White. Sam Hauser's got 10. Inbound goes to White. Celtics have this basketball right to left on the floor for Boston to begin the 4th. Derek White trapped in the midcourt logo, gets it away over to Pritchard. Pritchard at the elbow. It's White, Pritchard, Brown, Neemias Queta, and Sam Hauser. That's the 5 of the floor. Brown forces up a jumper, connects on it. That's good for a tough 2 at the left elbow. Jaylen Brown, big basket right there. He has got 20 right now for JB. Barnes out to the left corner into the hands of Jacoby Walter. Walter attacks inside the key and scores up and through, good for 2. Derek White running the point. Edge in the midcourt logo. Lobs it over to Pritchard now. Pritchard at the Scotiabank Arena logo. 15-point lead for the Celtics. Pritchard guarded at the top of the key, working on the Ochai Agbaji. Dribbles up now to the free throw circle outside of Brown. Brown for the timer. Brown guarded 1-on-1. Jacks up the 3 over Barnes. Skidded off the rim, no good. A rebound secured out of the pack by Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly on the floor. And Chris Boucher, Ochai Agbaji, Scotty Barnes, who lays it up and in. Jacoby Walter. $13-point game currently. 10 minutes left to go in the 4th. Pritchard at the top of the key. Step back 3 in the air over Ochai. No good. They're starting to settle a little bit right now. Missing a couple threes recently. Chris Boucher, wide open 3. Missed off the mark. Queta collects the defensive rebounds. Yeah, good pickup right there. Right before the start of spring training, they got him for Alex Bregman. Jaylen Brown working on Barnes. Gets ready past Scotty Barnes. Attacks inside the paint. Meets Boucher at the rim. Kiss off the glass. He scores. Up and in off the backboard. 2 more for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown playing downhill recently. 95-80. Runner inside the key. Came off the rim short. Shoved off the glass. Boucher cleans it up. Off the miss by Emmanuel Quickly. Celtics controlling this game right now. Slowing tempo. 9-10 left to go. Jaylen Brown. Guarded at the top by Quickly. Switched here, defended by Walter. Brown. Off to White. White kicked the ball, turned it over. It's Chris Boucher who came up with the steals. That ball just slipped from Derek White as he lost it and kicked it out. Boucher, hand off to Walter, outside to the top. Inability to make a three has hurt the Raptors in this game today. Chris Boucher, rainbow three. That's not even close off the back rim. It's been boulder after boulder on the floor tonight for Toronto. Quickly lobs it up over the top, and they score up and in. It's good for two. They got numbers here. Chris Boucher is down next to the stanchion on the opposite side. As the Celtics push it, they'll have a 5-4. Pritchard open in the corner, elects to take the three. The 5-4, no good off the mark. And Cada battle for the rebound. It's on Boucher on the personal foul. So loose ball foul charge to Chris Boucher. Yeah, that's one that Peyton Pritchard usually doesn't miss, an uncontested corner three with a numbers break. For Toronto, they got three guys in double figures tonight. Scotty Barnes, 19 points. R.J. Barrett, 18. 10 points by Grady Dick. Jason Tatum back on the floor. Double-double, 17 points, 10 assists. Also 6 rebounds right now for Tatum. Tatum on the court with Brown, Pritchard, Hauser, and White. These are the closers tonight in the game. Pritchard lift off on a three. Off the back rim, no good. Up by 11 for Boston. Entry pass down low to Boucher. Outside to Quickly. Up fake. Sidestep to his left. Makes the extra pass off to Barnes. His three again bricked off the rim. Short out of bounds off Toronto. It's off Jacoby Walter. It'll be Celtics basketball. Man, Scotty Barnes has looked horrific tonight from the perimeter. Scotty Barnes 0 for 5 from three-point range. Amanda Quickly 0 for 5 from 3. Just no sharp shooting on this Raptors team. R.J. Barrett 1 for 5. Grady Dick is the only guy that has made multi-threes. He is 2 for 7 from the perimeter. Raptors tonight 4 for 31. He started off 0 for 11. Jaylen Brown kicked the basketball out of bounds. That is the same mistake that Derek White just made a few possessions previous at the same part of the court. Around the top of the free throw circle, working on one defender, goes into a crossover, and the ball just slips, and his shoe kicks it, and the ball just rolls in a straight line dead center out of bounds. It's the second time it's happened. 7.5 left to go. Defensive battle between these two teams after the points were coming off the scoreboard in the first quarter. 11-6 advantage in the fourth for Toronto. Dribble, drive, kick, corner, three. Ochai Agbaji delivers on the three. 95-87. It's an 8-point game. Raptors on an 11-2 run. Celtics slow it down once again. Tatum, edge of the midcourt logo. Jason Tatum guarded around the perimeter by Jacoby Walter. Brings along the double team. Kicked ball violation charge to Toronto. Man, this Raptors team is just... They're just pesky defensively. Their defense has kept them hanging in right now. Their three-point shot making, not so much. Inbound for Boston as Tatum bobbled it inbound, lost it. And the Raptors able to beat the Celtics to the punch there as it goes out of bounds. I believe it was off Tatum last as it sailed out of bounds. Toronto tried to save it. Okay, so clarification here. This will be Celtics basketball. Ochai Agbaji, far side of the floor, diving for that. He was out of bounds on the loose ball. That's a crusher for the Raptors. It would have been 95-89 if they would have scored off of that. Again, the Raptors deflect another inbound by the Celtics out of bounds. 6 on the shot clock here for Boston. This Raptors defense, holy smokes. It is looking like it's completely a different defense here in the fourth quarter. This looks like an old Raptors team from like 2020 that's playing this game right now. This looks like the Raptors under Nick Nurse. Like that, I think it was in the Disney bubble, the Game 7 in 2020 in the conference semis, the Celtics and the Raptors. That was an unbelievable game. It was something like in the 80s for the final score. Like, nobody could score that game. This is what the fourth quarter has turned out to be right now. Celtics with a new 14 in the shot clock as Toronto able to tip it out of bounds. Entry pass down low. Derek White finds Jaylen Brown slipping past the defense for the easy two. Timeout by Toronto. 97-87. That's a big basket right there to go up by 10. So we take the timeout. Good response Really good response rate back there. Yeah, it's more been that Toronto is cold. Like, a lot of these shots are uncontested threes that the Raptors just can't hit. They're like practice shots that they can't hit. 13 for 46 for Boston for three. That's not good from three. Usually that's a losing recipe for them when they shoot 28% from three. But the other side, they cannot buy a three tonight. 5 for 32 at 15.6% right now for Toronto in this game. That's the major difference tonight. Raptors have been much better in the paint here in the second half. 58-48 points in the paint. That's the only way that they've been able to hang in this game, is scoring these points down low. Celtics lacking the rim protection tonight. They were without three bigs tonight in this game. No Porzingis, no Horford, no Luke Cornett. And they're also missing Drew Holiday tonight. So they got 4 players out, 3 of those guys big men. So that leads Neemias Queta to be the tallest guy on the floor for them tonight. And they've had Torrey Craig play the 5 spot sometimes. Torrey Craig got the start in place of Porzingis today at the center position. This stream, by the way, is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on the season sports action with BetUS. It's an A+ rated sports book which has been running since 1994. It's available to all 50 U.S. states. Bet on your favorite sports teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. And for new sports bettors, you go to the BetUS website. You'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000. Use my BetUS channel link, which is posted in the description of the video and pinned into the chat to get started with BetUS, or you can click the QR code at the bottom corner of the screen. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of the video in the chat as well to get started. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. $97-87 as we come back to action. 6:40 left to go in the fourth here. Raptors with possession. Barrett's on the floor with Boucher. And you got Jamal Shed on the court with Grady Dick as well. And R.J. Barrett attacks right to the rim, soars up, scores with a left-hand layup. Ochai Agbaji, 5th player on the floor for Toronto. 8-point game. Celtics 5 look like this. Derek White, Jason Tatum, Sam Hauser, Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard. Top of the key with White. White dribbles up, drives, downhill, spin cycle, floats up the shot, got it to go, good for 2. 16 now tonight for D. White. It's a critical bucket right there. As we approach the midway portion of the fourth quarter, Barrett towards his left now at the top of the key. Barrett takes on White, slides it off to Boucher. Boucher, hand off Barrett. 10 on the timer. Barrett fires the pass back toward Agbaji, slides it out to the wing to Shed. Shed attacks inside the paint. He scores, up and it off the backboard. 99-91 right now. 62 points in the paint in this game, coming through the interior by the Raptors. 8-point game. Just seems like Toronto can't get this game closer than like this 8-point margin. Celtics, when they go up to a break, they're usually up by like 10, 11, 12, or 13. Derek White, bullseye! Knocks down a 3 from the Scotiabank Arena logo. Major triple right there by D. White. Derek White always seeming to find ways to take advantage of games late. Doing it right now as we approach 5 minutes left to go. Lob down low, too tall off the fingertips of Boucher, though he got held up. And that's on Pritchard. So Pritchard commits the foul, holding up Chris Boucher on the floor. So this is going to be an inbound coming up for the Raptors. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure just yet because I still got to do prep for my game on Thursday for college hoops. If not, it will be on Friday for Celtics versus Cavs. So tomorrow's a question mark. That's a maybe. If not, then I plan on being live Friday, Celtics versus Cavs. Inbound to Scotty Barnes. Moves it off to his right to Barrett. Barrett drives, attacks the paint on Hauser. Gutted to go up and then off the backboard. 102-93. Raptors hanging in right now. The Celtics just keep on shutting down the door in this game. Derek White. Edge of the midcourt logo, guarded by Grady Dick. Towards his left, brings along a double team. White dribbles at the edge of the paint. Kick out to the wing. Pritchard slides it off to Tatum. Tatum at the top. Tatum, tough shot over Barnes. No good off the back rim. A rebound secured for the Raptors with Emmanuel quickly. Jamal Shed on the outside with it. Shed, a dribble, drive, penetrates the paint right past Hauser. Scores the layup. It's a 7-point game right now. 102-95. This is getting really interesting down the home stretch. 66-50 points in the paint for Toronto. Celtics lacking rim protection tonight. No Porzingis, no Horford, no Luke Cornett. Sam Hauser at the left wing working on Grady Dick. Moves now to the top here to White. White dribbles up, drives downhill. White, turnaround, mid-block. Derek White, no good. Oh my goodness. He just had a poor shot, not lighting it up correctly, went over the cylinder. Raptors with possession here. Barrett off a double dribble, and that's a turnover. Critical turnover right there by R.J. Barrett. Yikes. When your team's got some momentum going on right now, a chance to legitimately cut it a 5. As he was cutting to the hoop, he had a numbers advantage on the break, and he got called in the double dribble. Celtics with possession. White, bounce pass over to Hauser. Hauser taking on Grady Dick 101. Hauser slides it over to Derek White. Midcourt logo here. Derek White, 5 at the timer. Dribbles up to the elbow. White working on Jamal Shed. Is stripped out of bounds. Raptors pointing in their direction. Looks like the shot clock will stay Celtics basketball with 2 on the timer. And this is going to head us to a timeout right now. 102-95. With 3:21 left. Joe Mazzulla is going to burn a timeout here. What a game. What a game tonight. 150 watching the stream. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What's good, Kayla? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Hopefully, JT is able to hit that for you tonight. 17 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds right now for Jason Tatum. Yeah, hasn't been efficient tonight for Tatum. His over-under player prop was at 25.5 points. But looking back at this Raptors team, Tatum historically has struggled against the Raptors for him. Like, this is one of his, like, worst opponents that he's had some big-time issues scoring the basketball for him. This is what Jason Tatum has done against Toronto. Last 10 games have looked like this, or I'll go smaller, sample size of 5 for Jason Tatum. 16 points in the previous game, 23 in the game before that on New Year's Eve, 24 in the first game against Toronto back in November. Then last year, he had 19 points and 17 points. So that's the previous 5 games. He's been held at 24 points or under, so he's hit the under 25.5 in 5 straights. Yep, Tatum's on the floor right now. He's got just 17 tonight. This is a very tough matchup. Lob off the inbound. Keita soars up to the rim and puts it through for 2. Derek White with an assist. Celtics by 9. Perfect inbound. Toronto gonna immediately take a timeout after that. Inbound was capitalized there by Boston. 2 seconds went off the clock and the Raptors will burn a timeout. Back to the timeout slide. So here's what we got for the top players tonight. 24 points by Jaylen Brown. That's a 10 for 18 shooting. He has yet to make a 3 tonight. So Jaylen Brown from 2 is 10 for 13 from 2. 19 points by Derek White. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 5 made threes by D. White. Oh, yeah. Feel free, Jeffrey. 17 by Jason Tatum, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. Just been limited to 17. He's still the top plus in the floor with a plus 19 tonight. 18 by Peyton Pritchard off the bench, 10 by Sam Hauser. Man, Celtics just keep on shutting the door down. Thanks so much, Kayla. Really appreciate it for joining in. Deshaun in the stream, welcome in. So, yeah, Jason Tatum, this is not the matchup for him. I know who's the matchup. If you're a sports betting person out there, take Peyton Pritchard in the over tomorrow. He goes off against the Pistons. He's had multiple big games against Detroit, and he's been awesome. Night 2 of a back-to-back, he's averaging around 22 points per game. So if you're a betting person out there, I'd highly recommend to take Peyton Pritchard over total points, to take Peyton Pritchard over total threes tomorrow against Detroit. Night 2 of a back-to-back, and against Detroit's poor perimeter defense, he's thrived upon that this season. I'll see if I can dig up some of the box scores he's had recently. Grady Dick coming back from the timeout, just drilled a jumper at the right baseline. 7-point game. 5 on the floor look like this with 3 minutes left for the Celtics. Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Jason Tatum's on the floor currently. Sam Hauser, Neemias Queta. Jaylen Brown, the leading scorer, is on the bench currently. Tatum rises for the jumper, deep 2, connects on it. There you go, JT, and makes the jumper. Big one there for Tatum. Tatum's up to 19 right now. 19, 6, and 11 for points, rebounds, and assists. Emmanuel quickly slides it off the screen off to Grady Dick, who bobbled it and turned it over. Jason Tatum just came out with a steal. White finds Tatum past midcourt. Tatum going to slow it down. 15 on the timer. Tatum towards his left around the perimeter. Tatum's working on Scotty Barnes. Tatum crossover, drives on Barnes, top of the elbow. Tatum backs his way inside a key jumper. 15-footer off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound by Peyton Pritchard between 2 black and red uniforms of the Raptors. 2 guys that were 6+ inches taller than him. You got to be kidding me. Here's a 3. Derek White, bang, 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 baby. Drills the 3 ball. Peyton Pritchard. That dude's got more hustle than anybody else on the floor. Major offensive rebound resulting in 3 points off the second chance with a Derek White triple. 13th straight game in a row for the Celtics where they have made 15+ threes. Humongous possession there to go up by 12. Raptors with possession off the inbound. Time's ticking off the clock. Minute 45 left to go. Quarter jumper. Scotty Barnes, doesn't matter. Stepped out of bounds. Turnover. Down to a minute 40 left. Raptors cracking under pressure, and Peyton Pritchard out hustling everybody for second chance opportunities, and Derek White drilling shots in the clutch. Celtics with possession. Derek White looking to take this game down the home stretch. Here we go for the last exclamation point tonight. White at the left wing, 5 of the timer. Pocket pass looking for Tatum. Tatum got held up. Tatum was fouled, held up. That's the 4th by Toronto. That's on Emmanuel quickly. So both teams now with 4 personal fouls in this 4th quarter. Time is ticking down to 1:21 remaining. Inbound goes to Tatum. Exclamation point. Looking to come up right here. Tatum at the top. 6 in the shot clock. Tatum. Step back. 3 in the air. No good. Off the back rim. Tipped up to Grady Dick for the defensive rebound. Time's ticking off right now. Loose ball. Grady Dick pressure in the backcourt. You got a minute left to go. Kick out to the wing. Too much dribbling by Toronto. Scotty Barnes bumped into by Hauser. Bad foul because they're in a bonus. And Scotty Barnes will shoot 2 at the free throw line. 58.5 seconds left to go. And Sam Hauser reaches in. Man, Scotty Barnes has had a rough game efficiency-wise tonight, especially from 3. He's been tossing the bricks out there. 2 free throws by Scotty Barnes. First one's good. This is Scotty Barnes tonight. He's been pretty solid from the floor. 50%, 7 for 14. But take away the 2s. He's 0 for 5 from 3. Both of the free throws are good. 21 right now for Scotty Barnes. 109.99. Under 1 minute left to go. Peyton Pritchard, Scotiabank Arena logo at the right wing, sends it off to Derek White. Bounce pass Pritchard, 15 on the shot clock, 50 on the game clock. Tatum, they're playing keep away. Pritchard Outside to White, 8 in the shot clock. Derek White circles around. White, top of the free throw circle. White looking for the exclamation point. Kick out to the wing. Pritchard spots up for the 3. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. Cato whiffed on the rebound. It goes to Barrett. Barrett galling up the floor. Too much time. Quickly. His 3. No good off the back rim. Peyton Pritchard with a defensive rebound. Out to the races. Pritchard up and in. It's good. Cha-ching. Exclamation point tonight for the Celtics. By that dude, he is him, PP, Peyton Pritchard. Quickly, goaltending violation charged to Keita. This game is at Toronto. Toronto came into this game 13-18 on their home floor, significantly better at home than on the road where they've just won, significantly better than at home where they've won just 5 games on the road. They've won 13 games at home this season. But the best road team in the NBA came to play minus 4 players tonight. No rim protection, playing all small ball tonight. Keita got into deep foul trouble early on, limited his minutes. And they only had 1 available big man tonight. They had Torrey Craig playing the 5 spot throughout the majority of this game. Celtics with no Porzingis, no Al Horford, no Luke Cornett, no Drew Holiday, and they win by 10. 111, 101. The final scores. This game finishes up here. Good win by the Celtics, considering that Porzingis was a late scratch, and they didn't have any big men besides Keita tonight to play this game here, and they kept on shutting down the door. That lead, it wasn't humongous. They didn't have like a 20-point lead tonight. They got up as many by 15, I believe, tonight. No, 17. 17 was their largest lead briefly in this game. So yeah, they didn't have like a substantial like 20-plus point lead like they've been playing the last couple of games, but they control this game. Like, whatever the Raptors would respond, put themselves back within like a 5 or 6 point game, make it closer. The Celtics would just like keep on shutting down the door against Toronto tonight. Jaylen Brown, big game by him tonight, finished with 24. He was the game leader tonight for Jaylen Brown. 22 by Derek White. He was on fire, really closed out this game late. Couple big baskets from the perimeter in the fourth quarter by Derek White. He finished with 6 made threes tonight for D. White. Jason Tatum, double-double, 19 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds, 20 off the bench by Peyton Pritchard. And Peyton Pritchard, just an absolute walking bucket for him. Peyton Pritchard taking on the Pistons tomorrow. This is what he's done against Detroit recently. If you're a sports betting person out there, I would highly recommend to take Peyton Pritchard and his over points, over made threes tomorrow against Detroit. Night 2 of a back-to-back, he's cooking. He's averaging like 21 points per game on night 2 of a back-to-back this season. And he's also shredding the Pistons. This is what he's done against the Pistons. Gregory, thanks so much for the dono. Really appreciate it. Peyton Pritchard against Detroit, last 5 games. December 12th, 27 points, 7 made threes. December 4th, 19 points, 5 made threes. October 26th, 19 points, 5 made threes. March 22nd of last season, 20 points, 4 made threes. March 18th of last season, 23 points, 5 made threes. The dude has dropped down at least 19 and at least 4 threes in his last 5 straight games against Detroit. And his player prop's probably going to be at like 14.5 tomorrow at around 3.5 made threes, most likely. I mean, that's going to be a gimme for Peyton Pritchard tomorrow if he plays up to what he's been playing like this season on night 2 of back-to-back and going up against the team that he's had a lot of success against in the past, being the Pistons. Thanks so much all for joining in for this one tonight. Really good win for the Celtics tonight for this one. I might be live tomorrow. I'm not sure though. I got a game in person and I'm covering for college hoops on Thursday for college basketball for a conference tournament. So I'm going to have to do prep work for that mostly tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can get some of that done tonight. But if I'm able to get a good amount of that prep work done tonight, like before like 6 o'clock tomorrow or so, then I'll see if I can stream the Celtics Pistons tomorrow. But if not, then I plan on being live on Friday for Celtics versus Cavs. So feel free to join me in for that one if you guys would like. Thanks so much all for joining in for this one tonight, and we will close out to the channel members. All right, so all channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Bradley, Warren, Kelly, I Am Ghost, Denisha Player, Asia, Ice Ice Baby, Katie, Ogie, SGA Sports Talk, Lonely Satellite, Michael, John, Norma, Jonathan, Guido, and Mark. Thanks all for joining in tonight, being a part of the stream. I'll see you guys soon sometime this week for my next Celtics stream here, everybody. And good win by the Celtics tonight. -4 players, not much rim protection. Didn't really have a legitimate big man tonight. Got the job done playing small ball throughout basically this whole game today. 111-101. The final score. Best team on the road at now 24-6 in road games for the Celtics, putting up a historically incredible season in road games this season, everyone. And thanks all for joining in, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night here, folks.